Okay, hey, it's Seth Willing, and welcome to another in-car movie review. I saw A Quiet Place last night, but it was too late to film it and put it up. But I just want to attack this film in a different way. I think I'm going to have some ideas on how the creatures got to Earth and what the creatures, what I can, why I don't think they're as advanced as other people do. So here we go. So in A Quiet Place, these family, the Abbotts, live in almost a rural agrarian surroundings in the Midwest, and they're isolated, and that's part of the reason why they're surviving, because the creatures that like to be out in the open, maybe it's because of the way they are. I think they're aliens, and I don't know what their spacecraft looks like, but it relies on most the oral controls because they don't have any eyes, and this really freaks people out because the eyes being the window to your soul, pets of eyes, and we're just not used to seeing too many creatures without eyes. In their advancements, I don't think they're really advanced because they don't really seem to organize. They don't hunt in packs. They're pretty self-sufficient. And when the sun gets cold, because it was making too much noise with a space shuttle, that was one single creature. And when the old guy screams, it was one single creature. And you get the feeling that this is the way it's been for the 86 days or 144 days or 400 days of the occupation of these creatures on Earth. They don't hunt in packs. If they hunted in packs, they would be more powerful and also more vulnerable because they don't have eyes. And we do. So there's a lot of missing pictures. Have you seen my daughter? Have you seen my son? Up on, posts and stuff. And that means they hunt by isolation. So they're not comfortable hunting in mass. They like to pick off the weak members of the herd, like lions or something. But they can't take down the whole mass of humanity at once. Has to do with their disability, no eyes. Well, the daughter of the Abbotts, she's an actual deaf actress, and I like the fact that Krasinski hired a deaf actress and helped her develop the language that the family uses. Well, it's American Sign Language, but like any language, there are different emotions you can portray with your signs. And I like how she was really instrumental in developing this because deaf culture is its own culture. It's not like the rest of America. They have their own. It's just different, and we sighted people, hearing people would be left out of deaf and blind culture because we don't have those, what we call disabilities. When, deafness is not a disability to them, just like blindness is not a disability to people who are blind. It's just a different state of being. And a person like me with cerebral palsy, we kind of don't really have that culture because we are in the overall larger culture, and I think it hurts us, and to a degree, because we don't have a community that's as strong as the deaf community per se. That being said, this movie, the whole reason for this movie being able to be made is based on Cloverfield Lane, One Cloverfield Lane. It's based on all these lower budget horror films, which, they maybe like first Paranormal Activity, where there isn't a lot of like R&D, like a big monster movie like I saw Rampage tonight. That was a big budget, and this one was a modest budget. But it was clever and it was different, and that's why everyone wants to see it. It just takes the sound of silence and makes it scary. And this kind of thing, the slower budget type of horror movie, is akin to The Walking Dead, as they already opened the film after the invasion had taken hold, and you're walking through scenery of the town that's like a Walking Dead town. It's all trashed and abandoned, just like places on The Walking Dead. And it's really good that these two, this movie, Cloverfield movie, and the Walking Dead are feeding these different kinds of experience, because it's not a normal horror movie where people are stupid. People have to be clever to survive, and it's hard to live without noise. We're used to making noise. Americans especially are very noisy people, and it's just interesting all the solutions they do to keep quiet, like using that cast iron tub where the mother is insulated to a certain degree from noise, and they're using a crate, like the kind you put on your bed to silence. They're using a mattress as sound deadening, and the way they walk, and how they wear no shoes, and how they play games with memorabilia that were like felt stars and stuff from the sun's room. A lot of people didn't know what the space motifs were, but I think it was just to remember the sun and his love of space and his love of wanting to get out of here, get off Earth and go away. But these creatures, getting back to these creatures, they are primitive in their own way. They only have ears, and their ears open up to expose really advanced sound membranes, but they human claws. You can see that in the claws on the wall by the stairs, and they just don't have any sophisticated weapons. And sound happens to be the downfall, of course, like feedback. It's feedback to them. It's like when you're traveling in a car and you pass a car with its high beams on and you get blinded. That's what happens to them. That's what makes them vulnerable. That's what makes them able to be destroyed, because they're solitary creatures and they can be lured and killed just like humans are being lured and killed by them. I hope they make a new one, because I would really like to see what their spaceship is, because normally your vision of a spaceship is, or mine is, there's lots of dials and gauges and stuff. And maybe it's like stockbrokers, because the really big stockbrokers have noises that go off auditory sounds, so they know that, Google went up 700 points just from a noise, because when you're a stockbroker, your eyes get overloaded because you have all this ticker tape data that you have to read, and it really helps to have another developed sense to just disseminate all this information. So maybe their spaceship has all these sounds that mean how fast you're going, where you're going, direction, and I just want to see what Krasinski comes up with next. I hope he makes another film, because they just need to explore these creatures more. Maybe they can do a autopsy or some kind of thing in the next one. I hope there's the next one. I think there is. It was a huge hit. these creatures are both advanced and not advanced, in my opinion. They stalk lone sheep, lone gazelle, the weak gazelle. They don't use weapons, they use claws. They are very fast at running, but they are really sensitive to like air raid sirens or feedback from hearing aids. And like we are sensitive to bright lights and powerful sounds. So in many ways they're kind of like us. I would go see it if you haven't. It's a really unique way of presenting a horror film, and I like the disability that they use in the film and how the disability is an asset and not a hindrance. And that was awesome. That was awesome. Her disability is the key to their survival. And I like to see that because all the time in movies, the person with disability is the stupid one, the slow one, the one who dies first, or the martyr, and it's good to see disabled child, child as a hero, as the person who figures out how to deal with this threat. If you like this film, like, subscribe, ring my bell, even though I can't hear it, and check out my links in the dialogue box below to see how I make these films, what my gear is, all that kind of good stuff. And I will see you in the next one, in my next movie review. And you can also check out some of my other videos if you want to. Have a great night. I'll be going to a movie this weekend.